Hello and welcome to another episode of Steam Chronicles. This time we're going to be doing B. I also was going to do Armour 2, but did not fancy Armour 2. Didn't feel like it, so I thought I would just go straight to B. I thought I'd just do one game from each letter, then I'll double back and start again. So today we're going to be playing Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons, which is by Starbreeze Studios, I believe. And people who did Assault on Dark Athena, the Riddick stuff, Escape from Butcher Bay, which was a great game on the Xbox. They also did The Darkness, which I love, absolutely love. So this is Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons. We're just going to get right in and start playing that. So this looks to be one of the brothers here. Brothers. Okay. So it's a really interesting game. I played it for a bit. It's actually, you have to use the pad first of all. You can't use mouse and keyboard on it. And basically, it's Tale of Two Sons. So you're two brothers, and each brother is controlled by one of the sticks, left stick and right stick, and the triggers as well. Is basically how you do everything, all the actions in the game. So that's not a happy kid. Brother one is not very happy. Presumably this is why. Well, that's a shame. It's quite a departure for Starbreeze, really, in terms of what they've done. I mean, if you think about The Darkness, if you think about the Riddick games, really violent FPSs, you know, reasonably story driven though. I mean, especially The Darkness, that's based on a comic with quite a rich history, and this Brothers is a very story driven sort of title. It's all about the sort of what unfolds with these two brothers and the journey that you go on. It's all kind of like an incomprehensible language. There's no text, there's no English dialogue or anything like that. It's all just a made up language, so that the story is all told visually and through cues in the game and how you explore and things like that. So I think this we're about to be introduced to the other brother. Oh god, not having much luck, this family. I have played this start bit. I gave it a go before I started recording, just so I could kind of get the grips with it, because it is a very confusing control scheme at first. So You'll see it a bit here demonstrated, sort of the way it works. It's a very pretty world you're in as well, really, really pretty. Kind of medievally, but it's got a nice art style, and the scenery in particular is quite nice. Not so much the character models, but there you go. So you hold the triggers to basically pick your dad up, and then so the right trigger there you see moves the front brother, left trigger moving the back brother, big brother should I say, not back brother all the time. So you can imagine obviously that, you know, you can create some pretty cool puzzles and pretty cool sections, you know, with this style of control. You know, you're playing a two-player game yourself, essentially. That's what the control scheme is, and it's fairly unique. The only time I can ever think of doing something like this was on Ni no Kuni on the PlayStation 3. There was a couple of bits on there where you actually control two things at once. It was really confusing. But I think, I mean, obviously the whole game is designed like this. So at first, although it can seem a bit jarring, you know, get up there, help me out with the mouse. It can seem a bit jarring at first, you know. I think your head kind of gets used to it a little bit, which is good, you know. And I think it's worth, you know, I think a lot of people could be put off by it, but I think it's certainly worth persevering. So this is where it gets confusing, you see. Like, you've got him on the right trigger, him on the left trigger, but unless they're facing the right way, unless the left is on the left, right is on the right, my head just doesn't work. Like, making them, just doesn't work. Much better, okay. And the triggers are context sensitive and they're pretty generous. You know, it's only a 2-button game really, well 4 if you include the pads there, include the analog sticks. But it's all context sensitive. Whatever you're near, if you press the trigger, we'll try and pick it up or we'll try and interact with it or whatever. And that's the way it has to be really, because you know things like this, you don't have to get too close to it. The game understands what you want to do. So it makes it as easy as possible to control them. You know, the game understands that it's going to take a bit of getting used to, but it's definitely worthwhile because it's a lovely world. It's great fun to explore. You know, the little bit that I've played, you know, it starts off in quite a. Here we go. Local doctor, out he comes. He could have come to us. Yeah, they don't have much luck, this family, do they? First the mum, now the dad. What's up with him though? What's happened? Yeah, it's a really pretty game. It's something I'm really looking forward to exploring. Right, let's find out what's wrong with this guy then. Doesn't have a clue. Worst doctor. That's what he's saying. You're a shit doctor. That's what he's saying. You. What? Oh, one chance. So you can kind of make sense of what's going on. He's got something. He's got a big tree on top of the world. There's a map. Well then, that's what we'll be doing. We'll be finding the big tree. And I'm good with that. I'm looking forward to it. From the reviews I've read and the bits that I've played before, the game it gets really varied in terms of where you explore and where you go. It gets a lot more fantastical. You know, this could be medieval times at the moment, but it gets a lot more. Yeah, sort of high fantasy. You get into things like different creatures and really varied worlds to explore. Let's get them on the right hand side to know what I'm doing. Okay. I see they've got cross, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. You're a dick. I mean, that's harsh, isn't it? That's really harsh. My dad is dying up in the doctor's office there, and you won't even let me across a bridge. Yeah, he's not a fan of swimming after his mum's death, I would imagine. Understandable, I suppose. Understandable. I probably want to go in water either. So that's what I'd want to do. So hopefully we'll start to see quite quickly a lot more of the. Oh, there we go. So you can kind of drag him along. We're going to get to see a lot more of the interactive. You know, the way the two of them interact with the environment in clever ways that really take advantage of the unique control scheme. What you get, out you get. Okay. He's at it again. He's at it again. I intensely dislike that boy. Intensely dislike him. So with this, you've got to kind of let go of the triggers and grab the triggers when you want to get back on again. They jump automatically though, so they don't. It really is just the triggers that you use. But it's okay when you're on sort of an even keel like this, when you just, you know, you're kind of on rails. It's as soon as you get into bigger open areas that you start to sort of come unstuck a little bit with the controls, because you know you've got people going off in all different directions and it does get a bit confusing. Stuck the camera here as instructed. Job done. You sat on the bench? No? We wake him up, turn into it? No. Okay. Get on, there we go. Okay. What's going on here? There we go, there we go. We've got into each other there more than anything. And you. Okay. Well, they know where they're going, that's good. There he is again. Oh man. If he shuts that gate, I swear to God. Of course he is, of course he is. If his dad was dying? How would he feel? How would he feel about this? Why can't he get through? That's not a dog. That's a bear. That's an actual bear. No. All right. This is a dog. That in this one. This is a dog. That's a bear. That's not right. Oh, he's scared of dogs. He's scared of dogs. See you later then. Okay, that's good. Gets his comeuppance. Hopefully that dog gives him rabies. That's the hope. Oh, sorry about that. Bit of loading there. Yes. Unlucky, my friend. Let's laugh at it. I agree. I think if we watch long enough, the dog will bite him. Can we goad the dog into biting him? I hope he's stuck there forever. That's how much I hate that lad. Okay, where are we off to now then? Well, I want to play with the cat. Oh, I love cats. Oh god, the cat doesn't like him. Like, yeah, give it back. Cat hates you. I'm good with cats. Oh. See, yeah, wrong way around. Oh my god, what's going on? Okay. Not in too much of a rush then, eh? Not in too much of a rush. Well, it is beautiful. It is a really nice setting. It's worth taking the time to sit and have a look when something looks that pretty, I think. It's worth taking the time. I hope Starbreeze make more games like this, to be honest. I'd be keen to see what else they can do, because it's really quite an imaginative studio. Wakey wakey. Wakey wakey. Yeah, you need to lower the bridge for me, you lazy shit. Come on. Get out of the way. We need to go here. Nobody questions these two lads running off, do they? Yeah, go on, off you pot. It's probably dangerous out there, you'll be alright. It's a lovely autumnal kind of setting, really pretty. I am keen to see sort of where it goes though. Like I say from the reviews, apparently yeah, you get into some really varied locations. Alright, she loves a rocking chair. Thank you. She's rubbish. Let me show you how it's done. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. You have a go then. Oh, that was probably just robbed the ball. You're rubbish as well. Right, if you don't have time for this tomfoolery, you've got places to go, parents to save. Little squirrel. Everyone likes a squirrel. It's quite linear. Be nice if there was a bit more exploration to do. I know there's some, but yeah, it'd be nice if you could go off the beaten track a little bit. There you go. Maybe there is later on. Let's go down here. What have we got down here? We've got a man with a harp. What a lovely place to play the harp. That is. He's not very good at the harp though. What about this? What about your brother? And you? Now we're talking. He's a harpist born and bred. Master harper. Text about. So at the moment I find they're quite easy, the controls. A lot of reviews I read said that the controls really sort of confusing, but as long as you don't cross, you're alright generally. Okay, what we got here? More squirrels. Oh Christ. So we're going to get our first taste of sort of challenge here with Bear Dog. You've got to trick the Bear Dog. I run, dog runs, over here little, that's it, a little. Unlucky, off I go. Oh, I'm so sorry about sneezing. There I go. I wonder what happens if he actually gets you. Does he like savage you? Because that would be dark. That would be really dark. I suppose the game's been pretty dark so far. You know, my mum died. I say my mum. Parent died. Dad's dying. Both of them are getting bullied by the neighbourhood bully, for want of a better word. And now we're being chased by an angry dog. But that angry dog has lost. You lose, angry dog, Bear Dog. And we're on our way. Oh, here we go. So, as with all of the Steam Chronicles, I'm not going to play for too long because these games are designed to be enjoyed and discovered for yourself. So, I will probably call it a day quite soon. But I am going to keep going because I really want to see sort of how far the developers take this concept. Really, I can imagine that they could do some really cool stuff with it. So I would encourage you to get it. Actually, it got really well reviewed. I know IGN. I read the IGN review before I got the game. They gave it about an 8.5 or something. Marty Sleeper, I think, reviewed it. He's really is good at what he does, especially with indie games. He loves an indie game like this. And it's nice to see big developers doing indie games. Starbreeze are a big developer, and they'll be doing stuff like this. Okay, we've got some sheep on the go over here. Okay. See this is like, you've got him running, I'm having to press for him to run, but I'm also going over here. Presumably to just grab a sheep, bit of sheep tossing. Not in that way. Dirty minded bunch. I'm going to bring the sheep over, and the sheep is going to run our little treadmill. Could you just carry the sheep? You could probably just carry the sheep wherever you want us to go. Where can I take the sheep? The sheep seems pretty happy to be carried, to be honest. He's a happy-go-lucky sheep on an adventure. He's an adventurous sheep. Meanwhile, the blonde-haired brother doesn't know what's going on. Well, there's a guy up there raking his roof. Little Thatcher, he doesn't give a toss that I'm nicking his sheep. Doesn't give a toss. Just taking the sheep. What's happening here? What's this rabbit about? Are they racist rabbits? Have we got a racist rabbit epidemic here? That's terrible. He's just like, oh, that's awful. They're racist rabbits. We need a black rabbit. Be black. Dipping him in the soot of a black rabbit. Oh, I've reunited. I've look at him. He's well happy. You don't want, to be honest, I don't think you should mix with them. They're racist rabbits. How do they feel about sheep? Pretty indifferent. Pretty indifferent. Can I make the sheep black? Can I make anything black? Can I be black? Is that the central theme of the game? Racism. Let's dip him in here. Black sheep. Ah, achievements. Black sheep. Do they like him though? Are they all friends? Maybe they'll create some kind of sheep rabbit hybrid. That'd be entertaining. Oh, I needed that sheep, didn't I? I think that is as good a spot to end as any. Racist sheep. Where do you go racist rabbits even. Where do you go from a racist rabbit? Horrible, horrible stuff. But yeah, I really would recommend this. I've played it about up to this point, to be honest, not too much more. But I've seen it played, and I know that it goes to some really interesting places, really interesting mechanics. I really want to see for myself sort of where Starbreeze take this concept, this twin stick concept. So yeah, thanks very much for watching. Next I'll be doing Chivalry, the medieval like multiplayer arena type thing. So I'm really looking forward to playing that. Also look out for the written round of the Steam Chronicles, and yeah, hope to see you again.